Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to see how to create Amazon S3 bucket using Terraform. So in this lecture we will see what is the S3, why S3, or what is the use of S3, what is the S3 bucket versioning, and Terraform code to provision S3 bucket. So what is S3? First topic. Second, why S3, or use of S3, S3 bucket versioning, and last one is Terraform code to provision S3 bucket. Okay, so these four topics we will going to learn in this video. So what is S3 exactly? What is mean by S3? S3 is nothing but a simple storage service which is provided by Amazon. Amazon simple storage service is an object storage service offered by Amazon. It is a technical definition. Basically S3 is a storage service. And what is the full form of S3? Simple storage service. Amazon simple storage service. S3 is used to store the data. So why S3 we are going to use? So we have a multiple storage options, multiple storage services we have in the market, like multiple means like we have HP storage, Amazon, IBM also provide the storage services, HP also provide the storage services. So multiple storage services we have. Why we are going to use Amazon S3? Why? What is the use of why we will use the Amazon S3 storage service? There are some benefits, or there are some advantages of that S3 service. So first is scalability. So what is scalability means? So you can store your data virtually, any amount of data in S3 from anywhere. It's fully elastic, automatically growing and syncing as you add and remove the data. Means if you add the data or remove the data, so sizes automatically get increased, decrease. So here you can see the cost effectiveness. Means what is the amount you are used, that is much get charged, or that is much storage get used, or that is storage get occupied. Another is durability and availability. So the very big advantage or benefit of S3 is it is 19.999999, that is 11 nines available, or availability of the data. It's like Amazon S3 provides a most durable storage in the cloud and industry leading availability. Based on the unique architecture of S3 design to provide 19.119 data durability, means there is a very less chances of data unavailability. Means you can access data every time from anywhere. You can access globally from via web. So next is security and protection. S3 having another benefit or another advantages, it protect your data with unmatched security, data protection and compliances, and access control possibilities. S3 is secure, private and encrypted by default. So it's provided data protection and security to the data. And Another biggest benefit or biggest advantage is that it's lowest in the price. S3 deliver multiple storage classes with the best price performance for any workload and any amount of data. So if suppose you store one file, so it occupied particular data. If you remove that data from there, so it release that data. So it means whatever the storage you have used, that much amount it get charged to you. So some advantages also we have for that. Some key features of S3. It's easy to learn, it's very easy to use, it solves a very common problem in storage. So it is very cost effective, it is very scalable, it's have a durability and availability as well, it's very secure, and it's very secure. So and it provide encryption to the data as well. So these are the benefits. So AWS S3 is a storage service, as I explained you. So it's how, as I explained the advantages of S3 as well. The Amazon S3 is allow you to store and retrieve or save or retrieve any amount of data from anywhere via web. So that is another benefit. You can store any kind of data, that is images, pictures, video, files, Excel files, application logs, database logs, anything, any kind of data you can store in the database. That's why we are using S3. That is the uses, benefits and advantages of the S3. The next is S3 bucket versioning. What is mean by versioning? S3 bucket versioning. Suppose you have a one file, one data, like example you stored one HTML file, index.html, that is the one version. Another, you have made some changes in that index.html and you again uploaded that file to the Bitbucket. So Bitbucket, what will do, it will store both file and it will create a versioning for that. Means it will maintain the versions of that files. Means previous version also present, that previous version also is present in the Bitbucket, and second one, whichever the latest we have deployed, that is also present in the Bitbucket. That means you will get what are the version, what are the files you have, what are the file changes you made and you uploaded that files, you will get the all old files as well as latest files of file of or version of that file, you will get it that. These are the benefits. And what is the S3 we have seen, I just explained you. Now we will go ahead for the coding section. Let's start with the coding section. How to create a database, how to create a S3 bucket, how we can enable the versioning for that S3 bucket. We will start. We'll create first file, that is the provider.tf as provider.tf. Whenever you are creating any Terraform code, you just mention provider first. What is mean by the provider? Provider is nothing but the plugins, or you can call the API which is exposed or which is hosted by that particular cloud provider. So we are creating S3 storage service in Amazon. So we are going to use a provider as a AWS. So provider is AWS, and I'm using a region. Region will be US East 1. You can use any region which are best for you. This is the provider block. This is the type of resource. Provider is nothing but a type of resource, and resource block type, and what is the resource we are going to create, that we will see in next lectures as well. So this is the provider block I have explained you. We have wrote code for that. So next is S3. We will write a configuration for the S3 bucket, s3.tf. Let's start with the resource block. Resource AWS S3 bucket. We are going to create S3 bucket. So S3 bucket. So this is the type of block, that is a resource. This is the resource or provider, and what is the resource we are going to create? Type of resource, provider of that resource, and this is type of that particular resource, and the name is just naming convention. Just we can create a main S3. We can give it's any name you can give here, that is not mandatory. So we have defined the resource block for now. So we will define the argument inside of that block as well. So very first we will define the bucket name. That should be a globally unique. All what are the regions, AWS having multiple regions, what are the regions having, it should be unique over over all regions, or globally it's unique. So we need to give on that basis my simple demo Nagar Terraform code S3 1. So I'm giving that name for my bucket. So that is the main argument for the while creating the S3 bucket. So first is bucket. We have defined that bucket name as well. Next is the tags. I will provide the tags, but before going ahead, what is mean by the tags? The tags is nothing but the key pair values. Some values we will provide to categorize and manage the cloud resources. So here, what is the use of tags? To manage the cloud resources. Where we can manage means how we can manage. Suppose I want to optimize the cost, or I want to track the cost particular resources using. Means suppose I want to I have some multiple environments like dev, prod, or test environment. I want to track the cost. So how can I cost the track for particular environment? Like I want to track a cost for the dev, or I want to track how many resources has been created for the particular environment like dev, prod, or test. So there the tags will help you. So we will create a tag for that purpose. We will create a tags here. So tags is very important while creating any resource. It will use to categorize or manage your cloud resources. Example, you can track the cost, you can track the how many resources created for particular environment, that we can track by using tags. So the tags will be, I'm just giving a name. Here will be the Nagar Technologies, and environment env. I'm just giving a env here as a demo env. We are giving a demos, right? So env, that's enough. You can give a multiple tags as per your requirement. This is the basic requirement to create a S3 bucket. So this is a simple resource block for the S3 bucket, to create a S3 bucket on Amazon AWS cloud. So next I explain you the versioning. I want to enable the versioning. As I explain you what is the versioning, so you can by enabling the versioning we can maintain the multiple version of single file or single data. So v1, v2, v3, multiple versions we can store for single resource. So I'll write a resource block for that versioning as well, to enable the versioning for the S3 bucket. Resource AWS provider name and the type of resource, that is S3 bucket. Here you can see, if you while typing, you can see here bucket versioning. Yeah, bucket versioning. The name will be main S3 versioning. It's up to us whatever the name you can give it. That's fine. That is not mandatory to give a that's not mandatory. So, or you can change it, just simply versioning. Save it. Now to which bucket we are enabling versioning, for which bucket we are enabling versioning. So that bucket we need here. So bucket, we already declared, we wrote a configuration block for that particular bucket. So bucket AWS S3 main.id, we need an ID of that bucket. That is sufficient for us. S3 bucket versioning, correct, VERSN versioning, something is versioning, or what is the, where it is, okay, anyway, we'll see that. After that, version configuration is status, and that will be a enable means now we can enable. Status we have changed, we wrote a status as enable, so it will enable the versioning for demo Nagar Terraform code S3 bucket, S3 that bucket, which name we have assigned to that particular. So we'll save the code for that particular, save it. Mandatory is not mandatory anyway. So if you want any output for that things, you can mention the output file. Just for the practice purpose, I'll wrote the output. I'll just print the bucket ID. So output bucket ID, and oh sorry, spelling mistake, bucket ID, and the value will be AWS S3 I will take it just ID. I want to print, or I want to print that output ID as output. I am saving it. So now we can this is the Terraform code. What is the code we required to create a S3? So basically the provider, which provider we are using, that AWS, we have declared that block as well. And now next is main configuration for the S3 bucket. That is the two blocks we have written here as a S3 block 1, S3 bucket block, that is one block, and another is S3 bucket versioning, that is a block. So we'll see on AWS console S3. So as of now I don't have any S3 bucket here. If you can see here, I don't want to create, I just go here. As of now everything is blank for now. So we will create now S3 bucket. So let's start with this. We'll execute the code now. Yeah, first initialize, use a Terraform init command. So what it will do, it will download the required plugins to create a AWS resource, that S3 bucket. So now you can see here. So now we are not in the exact directory. So we'll go here, S3. Right now we are here. So we'll so go through the AWS. I'm so sorry, and S3. So for now we'll create that. PWD will be the same. Clear. We are at exact path now. So we'll run the Terraform. As I told you, Terraform init will download the required plugins to create a resources. Okay, now it is initializing and downloading the required plugins for that. So you can see the version of that particular provider plugin. Sorry, here it's at 5.998.0. now it is installing. It will take time. For now we'll see that. As of now we don't have any bucket here. Okay, we can refresh if you required, if you want to see that. We don't have any bucket here, so we'll create a bucket from here itself. We are running the code, means we are initializing the code now, means initializing or downloading. Yeah, now you can see that Terraform has been successfully initialized. So now the next command is Terraform plan. The Terraform plan is nothing but a dry command. It will show you what is going to create, but it will not create. Means what it will exactly, it will show you what resources is going to create, but it is not going to create. Sorry, it will not create. So just run that. It will show you what are the resources going to create. Yes, you can see here from Terraform plan command, you can see this is the main bucket. It is going to first, it will create the bucket. Okay, the Nagar, Envar, and these are the tags we are defined in the that block itself, and the name, it will once we give approval, or once we run the Terraform apply command, then it will create the name of that particular bucket. So see, and second is the S3 versioning, and it will, once that bucket is created, then versioning also get automatically enabled. So here you can see the plan. It is showing 2 resources to add, 0 to change and 0 to destroy. So let's run the Terraform apply command. Terraform apply command, you can give a auto approve here itself, so it will not ask you for the yes or not. It directly create the resources. Yeah, now it is creating S3 bucket. You can see here you can see the output on the console itself. Yes, good. And we have created the bucket. This is the bucket we have created. These are the buckets, S3 bucket. Now we can go on the console. We'll refresh it. Congratulations, and we have created this S3 bucket. Now we can see the properties for that. Here, tags, these are the 2 tags which we have declared here. We have already declared. We can see event, transfer, pay request, static websites. What I want to see, that I want to see versioning enabled or not. Yes, let me check that. Versioning, 1 second. Versioning access point is that 1 second. And second, we are here. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to the buckets. These are the buckets for us. We can see that here itself. Actions, metadata is nothing here. Access points, managements, lifecycle, replication rules, and this properties, bucket versioning. You can see here it's enabled. Sorry, and that's fine. Now we have created a AWS S3 bucket on the Amazon cloud by using Terraform code. Now it's the best practice whenever you do whenever you create any resource on AWS. Once you complete your work, you just destroy the that resource. Why? It will Amazon will charge you whatever the resource you have created. It will charge for that particular resource. So it is a best practice. Whenever you done your work, you just clean up your resources, or whatever, clean up your task, whatever you have done. So you use a Terraform destroy auto approve. So what it will do, it will delete the resource from here itself. You can just go here, sorry, general buckets, you can see, we'll go here, it is deleting. Now we can see, as of now we have seen the bucket. Now we'll see on a AWS console. We'll just refresh it, hey, and it's gone. That's the S3 bucket details here I provided you. That is what I want to tell you. So thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel, so I will get one, if you subscribe my channel, I'll get more motivation. I'll put more videos on YouTube. So I'll try to create a multiple videos or more videos on AWS, Terraform and another technology. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.